all started a few years ago. We did a different project in simulation, and we come over to discover Robotics Studio. At this time it was only a beta project by Microsoft, and we decided to join the beta and try out the simulation. And we were pretty excited to discover this robotics simulation. And we were contacted by companies, and where they liked what we do with simulation. And we discovered that there was a market for robotics simulation, and that's when we decided to start a company.
But you guys were students at the time?
Yeah.
Okay, where were you guys going to school?
We were going to the École Polytechnique of Nice-Sophia Antipolis in south of France. It's a university in south of France on computer science, and well, at this time we were still in school. Yeah.
Okay. Now I understand that while you were doing this, Microsoft kind of gave you a helping hand in getting this company started. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. In fact, we when we decided to create a company, we decided to compete in a challenge, which is called Challenge and Boost, and it's a French challenge for students to create a company in south of France. And we won this challenge, and at the final, in the jury of the challenge, there was Julien Codorniou, which is working at Microsoft France, and he discovered what we did, and said, hey, there was an opportunity for you to launch a company and not just compete in the challenge. And that's when they came to us and said, okay, we can help you to launch this company. And we joined the IG program of Microsoft, which is a Microsoft startup program in France, and it gave us a helping hand to start the company.
Okay, so now Microsoft helped you start the company, and we're actually one of your clients now.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So what are you guys doing for us?
Well, we're working on a project called RoboChamp. I don't know if I can speak a lot of RoboChamp.
Well, can you show me a demo of some of the stuff you guys have been working on?
Because
And who's going to be doing the demo?
I'm going to do the demo.
Okay.
So
Let's go back over here. So first tell me what's going on, and then we'll go.
Okay, first I will show you the tools we're developing for the 3D simulations in real time. So this is our tool we're developing. So this is called the SimpliCore, and this is a tool. You can see that we have 4 virtual desktops, and you can run 3D applications into each virtual desktop. So first I will launch the Simplet, which is our 3D scene editor. It's loading. Okay, I will load the scene, 3D scene. This one, for example. Okay, you can see that the scene is loading.
And the goal of this editor, in fact, is to create scene to include in Robotics Studio, to have realistic environments for the robotics simulation.
Okay, we've got nice renderings. Of course, what is important for the 3D robotics simulations is to have physics.
Mm-hmm.
So we've included physics engine. As you can see, if I run the physics engine, you can play with each physics object of the scene.
So now you're moving these little
We're cloning, in
guardrails.
fact,
Wow.
and you see that it reacts pretty well.
Yeah.
So you can physically play with each dynamic object of the scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty fun.
And what's interesting is that the physics engine we use is the same as the physics engine of Robotics Studio, so we're pretty sure that we'll have the same interaction in Robotics Studio when the scene is exported.
Okay, we can have dynamic scripting too. So here we can say that we can add autonomous behavior for each entity of the scene.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a car that is currently following a path composed by 3 points, here, here, and here.
Okay.
Okay. What else? We can have also 3D sounds. I don't know if you can hear it, but here we've got sound, and it's localized in 3 dimensions. So if I get closer to the sound, you can see that it gets louder, and if I get far away from the sound, it's a little.
And this is all built on Microsoft Robotics Simulation?
No, that's our tools.
Oh, this is your tool?
Yeah, but
it's developed of .NET framework.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you save the scene, you will see that everything is exported to the Robotics Studio here.
Okay.
So objects are converted into Robotics Studio's one, and you can easily import this scene into the Robotics Studio. So I may show you how this will look like into the Robotics Studio. Let it finish. It's work.
So now you're taking the scene, you're exporting it and saving it into Robotics scene.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're going to open it in a Microsoft Robotics Studio.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Do a lot of your customers want that capability? Is that a big feature request?
Yeah, it's a big feature request. Yeah.
Okay.
We are the only one to have such
Advanced
Advanced
simulation
Sure.
environments in Robotics Studio.
Okay, so I close this and I'm going to launch the same scene into the Robotics Studio. Okay, and you see that we've got exactly the same scene into the Robotics Studio.
And this scene can then be used to develop robotic application and to test and develop robots in a realistic environment. So for this one, it's a urban scene, but we can imagine a very large panel of environments. We have planned to develop about 20 generic environments that can be used in a different robotic application. And we also integrate robots in simulation. So the robot user and constructor can test and develop a robotic application in simulation, because that's far easier and it costs much less than using real prototype.
And as you can see on this scene, we've also exported the physics attributes of the object. So for example, if I push this object, it will follow the physics rules.
That's great.
Okay.
So you're really making a lifelike emulation here.
Yeah, yeah.
That you can create your robot, move it around in here,
Yeah,
and it'll
of
react
course,
the
yeah,
same
yeah.
ways in the real world.
Yeah.
And this environment was used by one of our clients to test robotic algorithm that they hadn't the ability to test in the real, because they had only one prototype of the robot, and well, the algorithm was for following of robots, and so they needed to have multiple prototypes. It was not possible in a real world, because the prototype got a lot of money, so they used simulation and they were able to test the application of the simulation.
So you're talking really big cost savings because you don't have to create all the hardware all the time.
Yeah,
That's great. So tell me though, you guys started this company in France, right?
Yeah.
What's it like, being very entrepreneurial in a France environment?
Well, there is a good side and the difficult side. The good side is that when you created a company, especially in a technologic environment with good innovation, you can get help from the government to start the company. But the other side is that to get this help, you get a lot of paperwork to do.
And it takes a long time to
It takes a long
this,
time
done.
to get this done. But so there is good side and difficult side. One of the good side we have is that we have incubator Pacaest, which is an incubator in south of France, and it gave us free offices for 2 years and a refundable help, so that will help us to start the company. But the other side, that of course you have to show that you're really innovative, to demonstrate that to the government, to make a lot of paperwork.
So is it worth it?
Yeah.
You guys are glad you're doing it?
And well, the experience of starting a company is really a great job. I mean, that's really exciting. I mean, that's really what I want to do in my life.
And we like to thank Microsoft because they really helped us with that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, Microsoft
France and Microsoft Corp.
Yeah, of course.
They great help for us.
That's great. What advice would you give to students that want to start their own thing just like you guys did?
Just do it.
Just do it.